Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, there are 3 new tanks that you guys can get, and currently, whilst making this video, I believe they are coming in an event. I don't know how you get them. I don't know if you can get them for free. I literally know nothing. Wargaming just gave us these 3 tanks and said you can release them on the 22nd. So I don't exactly know how they're gonna come out, but we're gonna look at all 3 of these tanks and determine which one is the best that I think, and if they are worth it, if you have to spend money. If you can get it for free, of course, they are all worth it. But which one is the best? Now, I don't know if you have the option to pick a tank out of the 3, or you have the options to get all 3. I really don't know. But by the time this video is released, you guys will know that anyway. So we have the German Tier 8 medium tank, the Camp Panzer PR68P. We have the Tier 8 Russian medium tank, the ST62 version 2. And we have the Tier 8 light British tank, the FV1066 or 1066 Senlac. All 3 are completely different. 2 of them I really don't like. One of them I like, but it's still very difficult to play. So first of all, the Camp Panzer PR68. What is this tank like? Now, it is a medium tank, but it is kind of like a heavy tank. It's got the reload, the alpha of a heavy tank. Apart from that, I really don't enjoy this tank one bit. So you've got 150 on your turret. Armor. On your hull, you only have 60, so not great for armor. DPM 1967. Now, we are running this with calibrated shells, but the DPM is kind of average, I should imagine. 11.59 seconds reload, so it is a long reload for a medium tank, but you do have the higher alpha. So your your penetration is 211 on your AP, 271 on your APCR. So you'll get through most things with the APCR, especially if you are running calibrated shells. And HE is 55. You do have a very nice 380 alpha gun on your standard AP, 320 on your APCR, and 500 on your HE. Aim time isn't great at 3.6, neither is the gun dispersion at 0.362. But you do have 9 degrees of gun depression. The top speed is 45 kilometers per hour. So we are going to look at some games, and just so you guys can see, the games are not going to be brilliant. I'll warn you that now. They are really not going to be brilliant at all. And I really struggle in this tank. I'm not going to lie. I do struggle playing this tank. I don't think the tank is fantastic at all. Yes, it does have that nice alpha, and the 380 alpha is actually very nice. And if you can get the HE out and do over 500, then yeah, it is even nicer. It's a big tank. It really is a big tank. Even though it is 45 kilometers per hour, it does feel kind of sluggish, if you ask me. And you really got to use that 9 degrees of gun depression. You do have to try and use that gun depression. And you got to remember that you're not going to bounce much in this thing at all. Also remember, it is a medium tank, but you've got to really play it as like a heavy tank. Of course, you can go with your mediums, so play it as a medium in that sense, but sit behind your mediums. Don't go front line, because if you do go front line, you will get ripped apart because of that DPM and because of that reload. But yeah, just try and get the HE out if you can. If there is a tank that is very juicy, do try and get that HE out, because that will really help you with that alpha. 500 alpha, of course, is very nice for a medium, let alone a medium in tier 8. But yeah, if I have to pay money for this, to be honest, I wouldn't spend money on this. Again, if you can get it for free and all it takes is a little bit of grinding, then yeah, okay, I would still go for it. It's still a tier 8 tank at the end of the day. But once I get the tank, is it going to be a tank that I play? No. it's not going to be a tank that I play at all. To be honest, if it's in my garage, it's not going to be one of those mediums that I look forward to playing, that's for sure. As I've said, the only real good thing about the tank is that alpha, and that is literally it. And yeah, I've just been ripped apart at all. And again, you're not going to bounce anything whatsoever. You might get some troll bounces on the turret, but honestly, that is just about all you are going to get. So I think we've seen enough with this tank. Again, not a tank that I overly enjoy, and it's not going to be a tank that I really spend any money on at all. Moving on to the next tank in the list, the ST62 version 2. Again, it's another tank that I don't really enjoy. I do think it's better than the first tank we've just looked at, but it's not an enjoyable tank to play. Your turret is 180 millimeters. Again, you can get bounces on that. It is very difficult, but you can get some bounces, and you've got 100 millimeters on your hull. DPM is slightly better, but and we are running this with calibrated shells as well. 2,183. The reload is just 7.7 seconds, so not too bad. Penetration is less, however, than the first one at 194 and 252 on that APCR. You've got an alpha of 280. 240 on your APCR, so you're only losing 40 damage. So if you need to use that APCR, do use that. You will struggle against tier 9s, especially tier 9 heavy tanks in this tank. You do have 350 HE damage as well. Aim time 3.4, so again, nothing special, the same as the dispersion, 0.326. You do only have 6 degrees of gun depression, so that really does suck. But a top speed of 53 miles per hour. So again, let's just get into a game. I think we've got a game here. No, do you know what? We haven't got a game. I've actually recorded the game, but there is no game. So we're not going to have no gameplay of the ST62 version 2, but what we are going to do, because we are sort of flying through these 3 tanks, we will eventually do an individual review on all 3 tanks once they are released. Once I know how to get them, etc., I will do an individual review on each 3 of these tanks. But let's move straight on to the last tank, the FV1066 Senlac. Now for me, this is the most enjoyable tank, probably because it is a light tank. Maybe, I don't know, I don't think it's the best tank, and you do struggle with the tank, but I just think enjoyable, it's more enjoyable than the other tanks. So again, you've got no armor whatsoever. You are a British light tank after all. You need to expect that. However, the DPM is better at 2,534. That is with calibrated shells as well. Now your reload is just 4.74 seconds. Penetration is not great on your APCR at 215, but on your on your heat, you should pen most things, to be fair, at 284. Just 48 on your HE, but you're not really going to be using that HE. You've got a 200 alpha gun, which isn't bad for just less than 5-second reload. 170 on your heat and 250 on your HE. Aim time is pretty good at 2.9, and your gun dispersion is not bad at 0.308. 10 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 69 miles per hour. So let's just get straight into a game. This one we have actually got a replay. As you can see, we've been playing it quite a bit, and again, we're just flying through these. Again, we are going to make an individual review on all 3 of them, just probably after Christmas. It won't be before Christmas now. I've already got all my footage made. I'm actually making this the day before, so by the time this is released, I've made it last night, because I'm actually at the train station waiting for my son. But before we go any further, for the next few videos, not few videos, but after Christmas, I've already recorded some footage for some replays, that because of the update, I needed to get the replays recorded, but then it was a soft update anyway, and it sort of paybacked. But for some reason, I'm running the Samsung S22 Ultra. Now, I've always been able to use the recorder, the function on the actual phone. And if you use the recorder on the phone, you can either record media or you can record media and mic. Now, normally I would record the media, and I could even record in silent and it would still record the game sounds. Now, over the last couple of weeks, for some reason, it hasn't been recording game sounds. I have to record it with the mic. So the sound might actually sound shit because, especially replay videos, because I have to now record it when I'm actually recording the mic, but I'm silent. Literally, I've got to have a silent setting to be able to record it. And I used to just be able to record all my replays at work, you know, while I'm doing my own thing. For some reason, it don't work. If anyone knows why, I'd love to know, and I'd be grateful if anyone could help me. It's been working for the last year, and all of a sudden it's just stopped. I don't know why. So if you can help, it would be greatly appreciated. What I'm doing wrong. So as you can see, it's a very, very quick tank. It is a light tank after all, and you need to play it like a light tank. It kind of reminds me of the FE301. It's pretty much the same kind of play style. It is a fun tank to play, of course. It is one of those tanks where you hit and just run and you don't stop. You know, you just keep going around and you don't stop. You fire your gun and then you move on, just like we're going to do here with this FE301. Take the shot, he dies, of course, and then we're going to move on to the next target. But again, if tanks are looking at you, make sure that you have some cover, because you don't have any armor and you will be completely ripped apart. So yeah, try and get some cover, try and get some distance on the tanks. Again, your accuracy is quite good, your aim time is quite good. Use that to the tank's advantage, and the armor is bad, so of course you don't want to be up close and personal with these tanks, unless we are in the kind of situation we're in now, where we're just running around the map, no problem at all. We're playing it like a proper light tank. But overall, this is definitely the most enjoyable tank for me. You guys might think differently, but this is just my personal opinion. And again, I don't know how you get the tanks, but by the time the video is released, you guys will hopefully know. So again, I will make an individual review on all three tanks, probably now after Christmas, but they will come, and we'll look into further detail with the three tanks. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With